President Donald Trump surprised everyone again by saying rich Arab countries should pay for the presence of American troops in Syria. Trump told reporters during a visit to the White House by the French President Emanuel Macron that the extremely wealthy countries of the Middle East should also send their own troops to Syria. Those countries, he said, would not last a week without America's support. Trump didn't name names, but it's already clear that he was pointing his finger to Saudi Arabia. The U.S. president had already said he would not pull out American troops from Syria. But it appears that he's now backtracking on that position. And to many, this looks like a confused Trump strategy towards the situation in Syria.
By troops on the ground from the Middle East, I don't know who he's talking about. None of the countries have come forth or are in a position, Egypt or Jordan, or certainly not Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia perhaps would like to send troops in, but that would be unacceptable by the Syrians, I'm sure, and by everyone else. So I don't know what boots except American boots and maybe French boots and British boots, which seems to be what is the real purpose.
Many may have expected an angry reaction from Riyadh towards Trump's remarks. However, the kingdom tried to divert what was nothing short of a diplomatic assault. Saudi Foreign Minister Adel Al-Jubeir on Wednesday warned Qatar that it faced its imminent demise unless it funded a U.S. military presence in Syria. He said Qatari troops should replace American soldiers in Syria, or Washington could pull its support for Doha, what he said would lead to Doha's downfall. Al-Jubeir also warned that without U.S. protection, Qatar's government would fall there in less than a week. To many, it appeared that the Saudi foreign minister was trying to tell the world that it was Qatar and not Saudi Arabia that was the target of Trump's remarks. In absence of a practical solution for the Syrian crisis, some countries, such as Iran, had already made it clear that foreign intervention could only deteriorate the situation. To the same effect, Iran had emphasized that it would be ready to cooperate with other countries, such as Saudi Arabia, over not only Syria but other regional issues. The country's foreign minister, Mohammad Javad Zarif, says the prime cause of current tensions in the region is what he described as hegemonic illusions. Zarif told the United Nations that Iran is ready to open a regional dialogue as what he said would help return peace to crisis points like Syria.
Iran has played the noble role here, but it's been pilloried as some kind of self-interested monster, and it's all upside down because that's what the U.S. is. And now they're jealous. They're jealous that Iran is finally being shown to have acted responsibly, and with Russia will be the international elements that can bring about a solution. So, and this will mean that Assad will stay in place. Even Russia and Turkey, who are not happy with this, originally, they realized that they're on the wrong side of history, and they seem to be working in a more principled fashion. So that's how I see what's been going on in this grand new strategy. It's just a farce. It's really nothing to be taken seriously.
The fact that Trump is still speaking about withdrawing troops from Syria already shows the failure of Washington's plans for the country. He had to backtrack on this position once after what appears to have been criticism from military commanders and Pentagon officials. And now that he's speaking about Arab nations sending troops to Syria again shows that the costs of intervention in the Syrian crisis are just too much for America. But when will the appropriate time come for Washington to let the countries of the Middle East resolve the issues of the region themselves?